Yes, is it visible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the second unit of our syllabus, laser and fiber optics. But as I told you before going to the actual part of laser and fiber optics, we need to do some recap of the interference, diffraction, and polarization. Okay. So let us start with interference. So interference means the modification, the phenomena of modification in the intensity of light when two waves of same frequency and constant initial phase difference superimpose with each other, right? Suppose we have two light waves, and if these two light waves, they have same phase, if they have same phase or a constant phase difference, then if they merge together, if these two light waves, if they superimpose with each other, then modification in the light intensity will take place. The light intensity will either get increased, or the light intensity may get decreased depending upon what kind of interference is. Okay, so this phenomena is called interference of light, right? So in order to interfere two waves of light, will interfere if frequency is same, if the frequency of both of the light waves is same, if they have same phase or constant phase difference, constant phase difference. I hope you understand the constant phase difference. Constant phase difference means, for example, let's say one of the beam is starting from here like this, and let's say other beam is starting from here. So what is the value of phase difference between these two?
Pi by 2.
Yes, this is pi by 2. So if this value of the phase difference is continued throughout the travel, then we can say that these two beams A and B, they are having constant phase difference. ठीक है, अगर throughout यही phase difference रहता है pi by 2 का, then we can say that both of the beams, they are having constant phase difference, right? So this is the condition for interference. The frequency of the interfering beams must be equal, okay, and they should have same phase or constant phase difference. Okay, now interference is of two types: constructive interference or destructive interference. Constructive interference. Constructive interference means if the crest of one wave falls on the crest of other wave, then the resultant intensity of the superimposed wave gets enhanced, and this phenomena is called constructive interference. For example, let's say these are two waves who are going to interfere, and this is the situation. So the resultant wave, when these two waves superimpose, the resultant wave will be just like this. Okay, so here you can see the resultant amplitude or the resultant intensity of the superimposed wave, or this is the superimposed wave, this is after interference. So the resultant wave is having more intensity as compared to the intensity of the interfering beams. So you can see this part, this uppermost part of the wave is called crest, and this lowermost part of the wave, this is called trough. So this is crest and this is trough. So if the crest of one wave, it falls on the crest of other wave, then and the trough of at the same side, trough of one wave falls on the trough of the other wave, then in that case we can say that the interference is of constructive type. Okay, and the resultant intensity of the superimposed wave is going to enhance. Okay, so this is the constructive, this is a kind of constructive interference. Similarly, destructive interference means.
Ma'am, can you show the last slide once?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
So destructive interference means if the crest of one wave falls on the trough of another wave, then we can say that this is a kind of destructive interference. For example, let's say this is my first wave, and let's say this is my second wave. And here when these two waves they superimpose with each other, then what will happen? The crest of one will fall on the trough of another, and then trough of one will fall on the crest of other, and so on, such that their intensity is going to be minimized. So you'll get either no intensity or very less intensity, means the intensity of this wave, which is superimposed wave, which we got after interference of these two waves A and B. So the intensity of this resultant wave, the intensity of the resultant wave is less than the intensity of A plus intensity of B. Okay. However, in this case, the resultant intensity was more than the combined intensity of A and B. Okay, so this is the two types of interference, constructive interference and destructive interference. So because this is just a recap and we are not going into details of this particular topic, so हम इसको थोड़ा quickly उस way में ही करेंगे. We are not doing the derivations and all. Okay, so let's say if we have two light waves. Let's say we are having two light waves who are going to interfere, and this is the first wave, let's say, and this is having amplitude, let's say A1 is the amplitude of this first wave, and let's say we are having another wave whose amplitude is A2, and let's say the phase difference between both of these two beams, both of the beams, the phase difference between these two beams, let's say this is delta. Okay, so the resultant after superimposition or after interference, the beam which we are going to get is the intensity of this beam would be, let's say this is the beam which you are getting after interference. Okay, this is A, this is B, and this is I is equal to A plus B. Okay, so the intensity of this resultant beam will be equal to I is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos delta. Okay, so this is the resultant intensity.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, here the phase difference is not constant or constant delta.
Yes, this is constant delta. The phase difference here is
Okay.
constant delta because two beams, they can interfere only if they're having same frequency and constant or same phase difference. So if I'm saying that there is a phase difference between these two beams, this means that this delta must be constant throughout. Okay.
And we can say these light as coherent light also.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so the intensity of the beam which we are getting after interference is equal to, अब मैं इसका derivation यहाँ पे नहीं करवाऊंगी आपको, but if you want you can just remember it because this is going to give you the resultant intensity of the beam after superimposition or after interference. So I is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos delta is the resultant intensity of the superimposed beam. Okay, now you can also find out the condition for maxima and minima. Maxima कब मिलेगा आपको और minima कब मिलेगा आपको? You can just go for that also. How? See, in order to find that, first of all, you must know what is the relation between phase difference and path difference. किसी को पता है? Do somebody know?
Phi equals to 2 pi by lambda.
हाँ?
Phi equals to 2 pi by lambda.
Phi is equal to pi by lambda.
Phi is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Okay. So ओके सो मैं आपको बताती हूँ कैसे फाइंड आउट करते हैं. सी फॉर वन, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट वन कंप्लीट वेवलेंथ लैम्डा, ये आपका कंप्लीट वेवलेंथ है, राइट? दिस इज अ कंप्लीट वेवलेंथ लैम्डा. सो दिस इज द पाथ लेंथ लैम्डा, यू कैन से. सो फॉर ए पाथ लेंथ ऑफ लैम्डा द फेज चेंज इज कितना? 2 पाई. कितना फेज चेंज हो रहा है? पाई एंड देन पाई. पाई प्लस पाई इज 2 पाई. ओके, radian. Okay, so for a phase of 1 radian, path difference will be how much? Lambda upon 2 pi. So if you have a phase of 5 radians, let's say, then path difference must be equal to how much? Lambda upon 2 pi into 5. So this is the relation between phase difference and path difference. Path difference is equal to lambda upon 2 pi into phase difference. So this is the relation between the two. Now let us find out the condition for maximum and minimum intensities. कौन से पॉइंट पे कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस होगा और कौन से पॉइंट पे डिस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस होगा, या किस पॉइंट पे मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी मिलेगी, किस पॉइंट पे आपको मिनिमम इंटेंसिटी मिलेगी. सो आई टोल्ड यू द रिजल्टेंट इंटेंसिटी इज इक्वल टू I is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos delta. This is the resultant intensity. Now you can see from this expression that I is totally dependent upon this cos of delta. Okay, this value, right? So and we also know that cos delta varies from +1 to -1. The maximum value of cos delta is +1 and the minimum value of cos delta is -1. Okay, so what does it mean? ये maximum कब होगी? Intensity maximum
0. Phi 0.
when
Delta
When
is
delta
equals to
is
0.
हाँ, जब डेल्टा मैक्सिमम कब होगी? जब आपका कॉस डेल्टा जो है वो +1 होगा. तो या तो डेल्टा की वैल्यू 0 होनी चाहिए, और भी वैल्यूज हैं, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल 2 पाई पे भी तो होता है ना, 2 पाई पे भी तो 1 होता है, देन 4 पाई पे भी 1 होता है. सो इट मींस दैट डेल्टा मस्ट बी इक्वल टू एन इंटीग्रल मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 पाई,
N in
N pi.
है ना? सो इट
2 pi.
मींस जब आपका फेज डिफरेंस एन इंटीग्रल मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 पाई होगा, तो मुझे मैक्सिमा मिलेगा. Okay, so at these points you will get the maximum intensity. Similarly, आप path difference की term
Then this is the condition of constructive interference also, na?
yes, this is the condition of constructive interference also. So here you will get a constructive interference or maxima, right? आप path difference की terms में भी find out कर सकते हो. If you want to talk in terms of path difference, then we know that path difference is equal to lambda
Is equals to
pi into phase difference. अब phase difference कितना है? 2n pi है. तो कितना आएगा आपकी वैल्यू? This is 2n into lambda by 2.
n lambda by
हाँ, n lambda. So you can say that it should be
It equals to n lambda.
integral multiple of lambda. ठीक है, तो कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस आपको तब मिलेगा व्हेन पाथ डिफरेंस इज
पाथ
एन
को डेल्टा एक्स कर सकते हैं ना, पाथ डिफरेंस को डेल्टा एक्स.
बिल्कुल लिख सकते हो. दैट टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन यू. अगर आप इसमें कोई चेंज चाहते हो डिनोशन में, यू कैन डू दैट. सो इट शुड बी एन इंटीग्रल मल्टीपल ऑफ लैम्डा. ओके, सिमिलरली यू कैन फाइंड इट फॉर डिस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस आल्सो. डिस्ट्रक्टिव में क्या होगा? जो आपका कॉस डेल्टा होगा वो कितना आना चाहिए? -1 होना चाहिए. -1 के लिए द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल्टा मस्ट बी इक्वल टू एन ऑड मल्टीपल ऑफ
2n minus 1.
हाँ, 2n-1 and this should be pi. Okay.
Pi.
Okay, so destructive, oh sorry, just a minute.
Can you show this last slide for just a minute, for just a second? Done, ma'am.
Okay. So therefore, for destructive interference, the value of cos delta should be -1. So for minimum intensity or destructive interference, this should be equal to
2n plus 1 pi.
yeah, delta should be equal to 2n-1 into pi, which means path difference कितना होना चाहिए? Path difference should be equal to lambda upon 2 pi
2n minus 1 lambda.
हाँ जी, तो ये होना चाहिए आपका कितना? 2n-1
Lambda.
lambda by 2. Lambda by 2 होगा ना? ठीक है? So
Yes,
it
ma'am.
means-
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so it should be an odd multiple of lambda by 2. Path difference should be an odd multiple of
Lambda by 2.
lambda by 2. So this is the condition in order to get a minima. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So I think time हो गया है and I have one more class also. So next फिर हम next class में करेंगे, ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.